Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we've been breaking out past couple of days, which is a beautiful thing. Also, breaking news, Bitcoin has now processed 36.6 trillion of transactions in 2023. That's more than double MasterCard plus Visa combined. And the biddy just getting started. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin open interest jumps 1.3 billion following the Fed's dovish minutes, as well as spot Ethereum ETF's record longest outflow streak amid drying up investments. Womp womp. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin Parabolic rally may start in Q4 of this year. According to this historical price data, I'll be breaking down for you here in today's show. We'll also be discussing the latest from the High Priest Max Keiser, revealing epic Bitcoin prediction for El Salvador's president, as well as the latest with El Salvador announcing a Bitcoin certification program for 80,000 civil servants. I'm also going to be sharing with you the most comprehensive list of influencer Bitcoin price predictions, including Chamath P's $1 million prediction by 2025, Plan B's prediction, all the big dogs. This is the most comprehensive prediction list I've ever seen. I'm going to be sharing with you here today. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. What up, crypto fam? What it do? Did you miss your boy yesterday? Let me know. Good to see everyone here. Data Biter, Shortcoin, JBZ, Dirty, Crypto Surgery. What's good? OG Backroad, Crypto Bootleg in the building. Shortcoin, work sucks. Hope we all get to quit working by 2025. Amen to that, Dirty. I hope we could make everyone retire as well. What up, Erico? What up, DNA Noonan? Hey, JV, I'm at home watching the greatest show on the tube. Love your brother and the CNA fam. Cheers, El Chorizo. Hola, amigos. Brand new music video we will premiere later in the stream as well. And if you can't wait, I already dropped the link to the video on Chandy's channel, which is already up. It's called Bitcoin Astrology. Excited to premiere that for you later. Shout out Shortcoin. Hit the likes, you bunch of D-gens. Thanks for the reminder. Sammy G, the combination made my funds bleed. Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
What's up, family? Welcome, everybody. The stream is live. You'll notice on my X profile, I just pinned it to the top, so it's easy to find. I've just been reposting, everyone reposting and commenting the stream. Shout out Catherine Weaver, JC Ice, the one and only Oracle, and the rest of the fam. Much appreciated. Steven, Crypto Surge, Capitalist Nomad, welcome, brother. Loud and clear. I've been listening to 2x speed all morning. Regular speed seems so slow. Well, maybe I'll change your perception of that because I do tend to speak pretty quickly, typically. So we'll see. Welcome, everyone. Greg, good to see you. Dan says, I'm not getting the YouTube notifications. Why? You know, he starts on the Rumble at the same time and they have notifications there, just saying. Yeah, unfortunately, YouTube does me dirty. But yeah, there's alternative options. We're on Rumble, X, and YouTube on this. I guess we can call that a tri-stream, if that's a word. But yeah, we're streaming live on 3 platforms, and we syndicate virtually on every platform where podcasts can be found, you know, iTunes, Spotify, etc. Let's get it. Shout out to the other JV Rashi. Good to have you in here, brother. 120K soon, I hope so. I'm sticking with my target, 125,000 before the end of the year. That's the weekly chart cup and handle pattern we'll be taking a look at in a little bit. Let me know if you can see that coming to fruition. And again, anyone who reposts the live stream over on X will get reposted. And if you can do it with a quote, it makes it that much better. And if you guys can comment the stream, as this is a live and interactive stream, it's greatly appreciated. Again, we're live on all 3 platforms, and we're ready to rock. Bitcoin looks like we started the bullish momentum yesterday. We were at 61.5 even this morning, correcting a little, but still up $1,000 within the past 24 hours. Moonstone says she always gets the notifications. Happy to hear that. Music to my ears. 140,000 this year. So my recommendation, if you're on YouTube, but for some reason you're not getting them, turn them all off and then turn them all back on and see if that does the trick. Maybe it will. Do you know if Rincon is safe to live there? Yo, Crypto Surge's brother just bought a condominium in Rincon, and I don't think he would have bought the condominium if he didn't think it was safe to live there. I've also visited a few months ago on a vacay, and yeah, it seemed pretty safe to me. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. I think a lot of places in Puerto Rico are safe if you surround yourself around good people and stay away from drugs and gang members and stuff like that. You should be fine. I wouldn't be so concerned. But yeah, I've never had any suspect situations occur to me, and I've been living in Puerto Rico since 2018. Never was I compromised or in a fight or anything like that. So people are pretty cool out here. Yeah, I mean, if you're respectful, people respect you. According to the Bukowski Visual Index on the chart patterns, the cup and handle maxes out. 65 weeks of the current Bitcoin CNH from November 2021 may be invalid. Right on. JV, you inspired me to start my own channel in Spanish to spread the Satoshi gospel. Music to my ears. El Chorizo, congratulations on launching the YouTube channel, especially in Espanol, as we continue to orange pill the masses. I also have an Espanol channel. It's not active as I would like it to be, but it's espanol.cryptonewsalerts.net. I use the AI to basically translate my voice into Spanish, and I think it does a pretty good job. Shout out Warren G. You don't see what I see every day as Warren G. Just reposted Jabrowski. Appreciate it. Shout out Devon Shortcoin. Just reposted you. Appreciate the love. Shout out the Mexico Huddle. That's right. Mexico Huddle. I appreciate it. Thank you for the repost, family. I'll make sure I'm following you as well. I just followed you back. I promise to follow anyone back who follows me. My account here, I think, got like 34,000 followers. I know the more people we follow each other, it'll only be beneficial for us all. So thank you. And again, Catherine Weaver, greatly appreciate it. And the rest of the fam. But anyways, welcome everyone to the live stream. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode number 1737. I'm your host, JV, and it is August 22nd, 2024. 22nd is a divine number. It's basically 1111 times 2. So there you go. Welcome everyone to the live stream. We got a lot to share, so let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see here on your screen, you can see Bitcoin up 1.4%-ish for the day, trading above 60,400. Yesterday, we did capture maybe 61.5, maybe even close to 62. It was a nice little pumpage, and we'll be discussing why the market's pumping right now here in a little bit. We also have Ether, Solana, XRP, and most of the major cryptos pumping and in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at 2.14 trillion, so we're back on the climb. And the Bitcoin not dominance, but market cap is just shy of 1.2 trillion. So the Bitcoin's also back on the climb. The volume is roughly 70 billion, and we have Bitcoin dominance 55.8%. Look how low the Ether dominance is, 14.6%. Safe to say, I think that's the lowest the Ether dominance has been in the past couple of years. Not a good look. And also the ETF Ethereum outflows are pretty substantial. We're going to be discussing that here later as well. So yeah, past 24 hours, top gainers, Phantom, Floki, Render. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla, and in between stories, I'll be reading all your comments out loud. Again, this is a live and interactive show. I encourage everyone to visit cryptonewsalerts.net so you can interact with the fam. And checking out the crypto bubbles on the daily. Let's get a daily perspective. Virtually everything in the green, which is nice. Rough to say, roughly 95% of the market. And zooming out on the monthly, maybe 90% of the market bloodied up in the red, 10% in the green. And checking out the Crypto Green and Variant Index. Today we're 39. And pretty interesting how this always plays out. Yesterday we hit a low of 26, which is one number above extreme fear. So it's fear, but virtually extreme fear. And we pumped, lo and behold, a couple of G's, and now we're back in fear, rated a 39. So there you have it, yo. Let me know where you feel the price action will likely take us for this beautiful month of August before we enter September. Let me know, fam. Whoa. One of the reasons I stick with this channel, all the best stories every day, consistency, and consistently it is work. The channel should be hundreds of thousands of subs. Man, tell it to the judge. I'm with you on that, Data. Kindly appreciate the kind sentiment, brother. Thank you, thank you. Poor substitute for competence. 39, says Shortcoin. What's 39 there we're referring to? The Oracle, the one and only. Shout out Dirty and the rest of the fam. What's good? 60 G's, anyone? And it's definitely 60 is the new 20 from previous cycles. Like 2 cycles ago, remember we peaked out at 20 and then we hit 69 all-time high. And now it's like 60,000 was the previous cycle's 20,000, right? It seems we're always stuck there. It's crazy. But I'll tell you this, I don't mind being stuck at 60. It's much better than being stuck at 20. Would you agree? Let me know.
Buying opportunity for 5th level sexy G's.
What do you think, JV?
The biddy, who cares about a roaring kitty?
Shout out Dirty. It's not even bearish. I'd be elated with 140,000 cycled stop. Full send it, brother. Appreciate you. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for some weirdo Kit Kat kitty.
Kitty cat.
Stacking the sats.
Stack the sats.
Exactly. 60,000 forever. It's like 21 forever at the mall. 60,000 biddy forever.
Ain't no thing, baby. It's
a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack those bitties.
Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin.
And my Bitcoin on my mind. Shout out Greg. Bitcoin 7 of the past 8 August have been bearish. On average, over 20% down. Wow. However, September, October, the opposite and go green. So if history is to rhyme or repeat, we're golden. Hey, Chandy. Got a sister. Facts. Shout out R. Herrera. Shout out Brian and the rest of the fam. But let's keep it moving. We got a lot to share today. Next, let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies, headline here reads, Bitcoin ripe for short squeeze as the bulls pressure 62 G's. Bitcoin price wall. That's right. And we're going to be pulling up some of the live charts here shortly. Stick around. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin took liquidity both up and down. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. Contra, infinite men. Anyways, as you can see here in the 1 hour chart, TradingView shows volatile Bitcoin price moves within a narrow range over the past 24 hours. United States employment data revisions, along with the minutes of the Fed's latest meeting, helped spark a rally for the biddy the day prior. This was short-lived with a return to 59.5, helping liquidate the late longs before a fresh rebound to 61 G's. The latest figures from CoinGlass puts the 24-hour crypto liquidations at $124 million. At this time, as per CoinGlass. It also showed the asset liquidity increasing above 62,000, turning the level into a key target for resistance/support flip. And analyzing the current status quo, we had popular trader Crypto Fresh noted that it had retested the area 5 times in the past 2 weeks, and the more it tested, the weaker it got. Logically, less efforts are needed to flip it after all of these tests. Flipping, it means 64,800 to 65 next. Send it. Let me know if you agree with that as the next logical target for the biddy, considering we're still above 60 G's. So that's roughly 5,000 from where we're at, maybe 4 to 5,000. And while stuck in a narrow trading corridor, Bitcoin nonetheless inspires some hopes for a solid breakout based on market conditions. Senior analyst at firm K33 flagged rising open interest along with consistently low funding rates, potentially giving rise to the short squeeze. Quoting them here, market conditions are looking right for the short squeeze. Bitcoin perps notional open interest has jumped by 30,000 Bitcoin since August of 13th, with consistent negative funding rates. Average weekly funding rates have hit their deepest negative since March of 2023. As outlined here by K33. Now, further up, another key area for the price is the short-term hodler realized price, now centered at around 65 G's, baby. Now, this refers to the average buy-in price of investors holding coins for up to 155 days, which is the short-term hodlers, right? Now, in the bull markets, the level traditionally acts as support, with the price last falling below it for a significant length of time in August of 2023. Quoting Crypto Quant, we can say that the 64-66 region is a strong resistance level for the biddy. volatility. When short-term hodlers start closing their losses and moving into profit, they will likely share their success stories. These stories have the potential to attract new investors to the Bitcoin. So there you go, yo. And before I pull up the live charts, here's some other breaking news. Bitcoin processed $36.6 trillion of transactions last year, 2023. That's more than double. Can I get a double? MasterCard and Visa combined. Take that, traditional payment rails. Bitcoin for the takeover. So Bitcoin is the takeover. You feel me? Now, as the Bitcoin historian points out, P. Rizzo, investor Dan Moorhead explained why he bought 30,000 Bitcoin for less than $100 each exactly 11 years ago. He says it is the first global currency since gold, and today he's a Bitcoin billionaire. Let that sink in, fam. Do you have an 11-year hodl strategy? Let me know. And quoting Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, he says Bitcoin increased 4x from the bottom in 2022 to now. Historically, 7 to 10x follows from here. What do you think Bitcoin will do in the next 12 months? Well, let's hypothetically say we 10x. That's $600,000 per coin as per the stock to flow model. What are your thoughts? Holla. Let's pull up some of the live charts for you guys. Welcome everyone on the stream. We're live and in the flesh right now. We're live on X. We're live on Rumble. We're live on YouTube. And here's the chart action. Live and in the flesh, 60,500. As you can see on your screen, this is the 1 hour chart. There's a lot of targets here. I'm not going to read them all to you, but the most bullish one is 64,500. And again, what did the analyst just say? 65 is our next target. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue ascending here, potentially even throughout the weekend, as sometimes we do pump on the weekends. Not always, but sometimes we do. And zooming out, we'll check out the 4 hour and we'll check out some of the broader perspectives. You can see on the 4 hour chart, we have a rising wedge formation, which is definitely bullish, but we also have a target sitting down at roughly 55,000. And then zooming out, we'll go to the daily chart. You should be able to see here on your screen. The daily chart shows us we do have a target sitting all the way down at 47.7. The current bottom of more locally is like, we did tap 49. We almost tapped 70. And then we dropped all the way to 49, and then we recovered to where we're currently at. So it's been a roller coaster, and I think the volatility will continue, especially at a time like this post-halving. So be prepared. And checking out the 1 week, you can see we got that beautiful cup and handle pattern above 125,000. I think this could potentially come into play in quarter 4. At least that's my prediction. Not financial advice. Everything shared on this show is opinion-based, as this entire stream is for entertainment purposes only. So keep that in mind, family. But zooming out on the monthly, we'll also get a broader look here. You can see on your screen. It's been sideways past few months. You know, green candle close, red, green, red, green. But let's see what we finish here. We've got about another week left of August before we enter September. Traditionally, Septembers are usually pretty bullish. August are historically bearish, typically down 20% on the month. So we haven't been doing as bad as we could have been doing. June and July were very corrective as well. But, you know, August is kind of just boring. And let's see, September, we can start escalating as far as price action is concerned once again. But anyways, fam, there's the latest. TA. Smashing it up, Joseph. Thank you, brother. Yes, I have an 11-year-old plan, hodl plan, that is. I've been hodling for the past 9 years. Why would I pull short of the 11 years? Well, I challenge the Oracle to do a 22-year hodl plan. Huh? Because you already almost made it. So there's no challenge in 2 more years. Moonstone, I just found out the city of Santa Monica is the first of our nation to open a Bitcoin office. For real. California, Santa Monica. Let's go. This is my home city. I didn't live there anymore, but close by. Super stoked. Wow. I wonder what, can you go visit the Bitcoin office? What's there? I didn't even know they had one there. That's what's up. Yeah, volatility compared to the stock market, etc. But honestly, as long as time the Bitcoiner, we are hodling strong in a range. This is the calm for the biddies, the calm before the storm.
And my Bitcoin on my mind.
60 G's, a buying opportunity.
Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the crowd sell on the the dip crowd. Dip sell, dope sell.
Shout out Crypto Surge. I saw you reposted JC stuff. Guys reposting each other's reposts is greatly appreciated. It only helps the stream and it helps all you guys out as well. And a reminder, we're live and in the flesh right now. I'm on X. You guys could, find it. It's pinned at the top of my profile. If you guys can repost it. We have a 100% ratio right now of 9 hearts and 9 reposts. So that's phenomenal. Greatly appreciated, yo. And it looks like we got close to 400 people already on the stream, and we still got a lot to share. This show typically is for 2 hours. We've already been streaming almost 30 minutes, so we got at least another 90 minutes to go. Nice hat. Thank you. I got this hat from Sergio. You can get the same one at bitcoincaps.net. Again, bitcoincaps.net. You can cop one of these El Salvador hats. I like it because it's actually name brand. It's Adidas. So it doesn't have that generic hat fit that never fits anyone's head. But my hat actually fits my head. And typically, I have like 30 plus hats in my closet and maybe 10 of them fit ideally. This one actually fits ideally. So I like the Adidas hat here. Anyways, Bitcoin quiescent down 90+% of the time, then rockets less than 10% of the time. Good point there, brother. Typically we do.
No sell, no bubble, Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
Roger that. But anyways, next story, we broke down all the TA. Now let's discuss this open interest. There's 1.3 billion worth of flows. Headline reads, Bitcoin open interest jumps 1.3 billion following the Fed's dovish minutes, which I believe is what made the market pump clearly yesterday. The Bitcoin futures traders added over $1 billion to open interest in the hours of the U.S. Fed release of its July meeting minutes, which some say further confirms a September rate cut. August 22nd, Bitcoin futures open interest climbed to almost 32 billion, an increase of 1.2 billion compared to the previous 12 hours. Open interest is the total number of derivative contracts that have not been settled, such as options or futures. An increase in open interest indicates greater confidence amongst traders in predicting the Bitcoin price direction, whether it be up or down. However, data shows the cohort is fairly split on whether Bitcoin's price will rise or fall. Over the past 12 hours, long traders held a slight advantage with 50% of the total future positions compared to 49% for shorts, according to CoinGlass. Bitcoin's price, as you know right now, is currently above 60,500. And 10x Research, head of research, Marcus Thielen, commented that the Fed's minutes makes a rate cut in September almost a certainty, quoting him here. A vast majority of the FOMC members supported a rate cut in September, while several members even considering a July cut as a plausible option. Now, quoting crypto analysts Psychedelic, Bitcoin looks like it's ready to break higher. The Fed minutes were released a few hours ago, which is a very dovish tone. And when interest rates drop, investors typically move away from safe assets like bonds and term deposits, turning instead to perceived riskier assets like Bitcoin, quoting another analyst. Prepare yourself for one of the most explosive Q4s in history. For the U.S. markets and Indian markets, we're getting close to Q4. That would officially be in October, November, December. Now, Powell's upcoming Friday speech, which is tomorrow, is expected to reinforce this dovish outlook, likely boosting risk assets like stocks and Bitcoin as monetary policy provides a favorable backdrop. So we have 65,000 in play. Let me know if you feel we'll likely hit that family potentially this weekend or next week. Holla. They laughed at me buying the biddy at 800. They laughed again at 16,000. Told me I joined the Ponzi. Who do you think is laughing now? Good for you, Craw. I recall similar scenario. Back in 2017, Bitcoin was like $1,500. I started buying it. And I was like bragging to my family how I'm buying this Bitcoin, this digital money that's unconfiscatable. There's no middleman, perfect money, finite limited supply. And they're just like, JV is crazy. He's using his real money to buy fake internet money. He's spending all of his real money, fiat dollars, to buy the fake internet money. He's lost his mind. Who got the last laugh now, buddy? True story, by the way. The homeless and drug problems need tough love, not hand-holding and ruining the beach for the families and the property values. Good point there, Data. Private money. Hey, HODL gang, where you at? Good to see you, Diana. Welcome to the stream. And happy 60 Gs. It just feels good being above 60 because 60 is like the new line in the sand. You know what I mean? Keep in mind the current all-time high is 73.8, so we need to capture about 74 to be back in price discovery. Subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel. Chandy's link is there in the description. Also, there's a brand new music video that I collaborated with her on called Bitcoin Astrology. We'll be premiering it later, but if you want to jump the gun and go check it out now on her channel, feel free. I have it actually pinned in the comments, but we'll be watching it together later. Nippinator be hibernating. The Nippinator. That's right, yo. He be hibernating sometimes. Selling slave notes for real money. Precisely. Touche. Tennessee Eco Man, what it do, bro? Unidentified him was poppin'. The Fed has to be dovish. Why? The USD and the dollar currency index is wrecking the Japanese yen amongst the others. Japan is the largest foreign holder of the U.S. Treasury bonds at $1 trillion. What if they decide to dump some for BTC? Man, bring it. I'm ready, yo. And shout out Crypto Surge. I see you reposting everyone's repost. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just reposting your repost of the repost. Yeah, boy. Okay. Anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. I see we got close to 500 people already on the stream. We still got a lot to share. I'm going to be streaming the next 90 minutes. So hide your kids, hide your wives. My wife says you can't convince people about Bitcoin. I told her we will be late when I'm living life and retired. Well, the irony, the reality of it is we can't beat ourselves up because all of us could have purchased Bitcoin years before we did. It goes for virtually everyone, even people that got in at 2011 when Bitcoin was $1. You could have said, I could have got it for virtually free at 1 penny in 2009. And beat yourself up. But you know, the blessing, you got to look at the silver lining. You got the biddy, right? And you're here. Most of the population still have no idea what Bitcoin is and what it represents and what it will do and where it's heading. So we got to consider ourselves all early adopters in that sense. The mass population hasn't come around yet. By the time they come around, the Bitcoin price will reflect the mass adoption. It'll be $1 million. Like, that's not even like pie in the sky. Like, when most people in the world understand Bitcoin and what it truly is and its true value proposition and the fact it's perfect money, you know what I mean, that it's immutable, unconfiscatable, and has all these incredible qualities. Everything gold can do, Bitcoin can do better. Once people get that, Bitcoin's going to overtake the market cap of gold. I think a lot of the investors in gold is going to flip. There's going to be a capitulation into Bitcoin. Bitcoin can go $1 million. Right? So it's a blessing to even know about Bitcoin at 60,000. So seize the moment, stack the biddy. You can't make the horse drink the precisely. There is no second best. I orange pilled my hubby. Well, you're an incredible wifey there, Shortcoin. Just hodl and borrow against it. That's right. You'll never have to sell if you can borrow against it. I have 7 of the seedlings of some of the rarest ganja that I bred growing now. Few have seen the freak show. Fewer have seen freak show as an auto flower. I created my own version of it. Well, shout out Facts and shout out to the Discord. We have a Crypto Newsletters Discord, and there's probably like 20 channels within the Discord, and one of them is for the ganja plant. And Bring Facts loves to share his ganja plants in the Discord, in the ganja specific channel. So if you guys are into ganja and rarities, be sure to check it out. They used to give out the free Bitcoin. That's right. They used to give out it. People didn't. When it was free, nobody wanted it. You couldn't give it away for free. Now that it's 60,000, everyone and their mom wants it. It's crazy how life works. Psychology of the human, bro. Silver Kinnan is I am here now. Silver lining. That's what counts. Good point. It is still early. I would have never gotten into gold. Right on, Diana. I'm glad I didn't get into gold because probably if there wasn't Bitcoin, I probably would be in gold. And gold, the same problems with fiat. It can be stolen from you. Look at Andrew Tate, for Christ's sake. I think they're confiscating all his supercars as we're speaking. He just went back to jail. New charges. So anything can be taken from you if it's physical. Hence, Bitcoin unconfiscatable only if properly self-custodied. That's the key. Properly self-custodied. That's the only way they can't take it from you. They can take it from you on an exchange. They can take it from you through the ETF and all those other ways. Just 1 million. Why so bearish? I mean, good point. You got to hold me accountable there. Why am I so bearish? Are you giving away today? How much Bitcoin? I'm going to be giving away 1,000 Bitcoin to the... I wish I can pull a Max Keiser and be like, yo, if anyone can answer these 5 questions, I will gift you 10,000 Bitcoin. How crazy would that be, yo? Anyways, next story. Let's discuss the ETF flows for Bitcoin have been pretty good recently, but the ETF outflows for Ethereum have been horrendous, and Ethereum continues to lose market share as the Ethereum dominance is dwindling. So let's actually break this down. US-based spot Ether ETFs have recorded 5 straight days of outflows, their longest period of continuous outflow since they launched on July of last month, which is ultimately 1 month ago when these babies launched. Most of the investments made by the recently approved 9-spot Ether ETFs have been overshadowed by the outflows from the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, which have exceeded $2.5 billion as of August 21st. Outflows from the Ether E have been daily, except August 12th, when the Grayscale Fund reported no net flows, according to Farside data, as you can see here, since the 15th to the 21st on that rectangle. As shown, the spot Ether ETFs had the longest streak of outflows, losing 92 million in 5 days. Ouch. And during the period, Grayscale's ETH E reported 158 million in outflows. Comparable inflows from BlackRock's iShares Ethereum Trust, the Fidelity Ethereum Fund, and Bitwise helped reduce the damage. And in contrast, the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust has not reported any outflows since its launch and maintains positive flows of 232 milli. Now, ETH A also became the first spot Ether ETF to bring in $1 billion in net inflows August 20th, and in total net flows from the spot Ether ETFs currently stand at negative 458 million, precisely almost $500 million. Now, on the other hand, Bitcoin ETFs are attracting investments. So it's like the ETH ETFs are having the opposite effect of the Bitcoin ETFs. So spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US launched in January of 2024. They have net positive flows of $17.5 billion. Spot Bitcoin ETFs maintain a positive balance sheet despite the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, almost $20 billion worth of outflows. So yeah, Grayscale, not a good look when it comes to ETFs. Moreover, the spot Bitcoin ETFs have maintained positive flows for 8 out of the last 10 days, another good sign. And on August 20th, the Bitcoin ETFs saw aggregate inflows of 88 million, their highest for 2 weeks, according to Farside data. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust led the pack with inflows of 55 million, bringing the total net inflow for the product since its launch of January to over $20.5 billion as BlackRock continues tokenizing and taking over the world like Pinky and the Brain in their prime. Y'all remember the Animaniacs? I can't be the only one that remembers Pinky and the Brain. What are we going to do today, Brain? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. We're going to take over the world. You know? My mayor is all in. He even puts most of his pay into the biddy. Unfortunately, the town council are a bunch of the older people that have to be led to the buffet. Damn it. Well, congratulations and kudos to you for orange pilling your mayor. When you say he is all in, is that in regards to the town adoption or him personally, or both, all the above? And well done. ETH liability is centralized, unlimited supply. The proof of stake versus the proof of work, and the biddy can roll back the ledger. Ooh, yeah, that's not a good look. That doesn't make me feel good. If I was an ETH investor and they can just roll back the ledger, damn it. They can reverse your transaction, bro. Bitcoin, we say it's immutable. It's immutable. Who remembers the Bitcoin rush? He was my first Bitcoin YouTuber I used to watch. Wow, I'd never heard of him. But there's probably 1 million Bitcoin YouTubers, believe it or not. So has anyone else heard of Bitcoin rush? Let me know. Some of the first Bitcoin YouTubers I remember, Crypto Lark comes to mind. It's now Crypto Lark Davis. He doesn't go by the name the Crypto Lark no more, but he was always good. He used to always just get deep into some Bitcoin conversation. Some of the others, man, there's so many. But Bitcoin maxi influencers, there's really not as many as you'd think. But like Ishcoiner influencers, there's unlimited amount. So I don't want to give them clout. but I know a few channels. But I honestly don't even watch anyone's streams. I'm too busy doing my own. I am well. Thank you for asking. I was a little worried yesterday. Thank you, Diana. Something popped up. It was an emergency, and I just couldn't pod, unfortunately. But we're here today, so all is good in the hood, and thank you. If I'm ever missing like 2 days in a row, you should probably be very concerned. And just for the record, I would never off myself. Just for the record. I guess got to be clear. Never had a thought of offing myself my entire life. Ever. Never will. I love life too much, and I love being in this human body. So, you never know.
Buying opportunity for.
And shout out again anyone reposting the stream, such as Guido. Anyone who reposts. Ooh, my bad. I clicked the wrong thing there. Anyone who reposts is going to get reposted. For example, that's why I meant to show you Guido. So thank you, brother. Just reposted it. He put Nipsey is about to give us a God candle signal. Nipinator indicator incoming. You guys are awesome. How many people? We got close to 600 people on stream. Good. Yeah, yo. Big ups, JV. Shout out Dub Proof. Bitcoin peeps represent North Cal State. Jefferson. Hey, JV. Shout out JT. Lions in the building. Early on was Lark and the Martini guy for me. Right on. So you remember Lark as well. Good stuff. Okay, so my mayor wants the town to get into Bitcoin for their taxes and budget. He would have taken them there already, but he has to wait for the council to get on board. Right on. More power to you. That's what's up. Juan S. Galt was another early influencer for me. Yeah, so the one who orange pilled me was Andreas Antonopoulos. He didn't have a podcast, but he would give speeches. And I think it was his TED Talk called The Internet of Money. Maybe it was a 15, 20-minute speech. Orange pilled me instantly. As soon as I watched that, I bought Bitcoin. I'm like, decentralized money the government has no control over? All in. Sign me up, please. And I just resonated with him because I'm also like anti-government in the sense I believe government has too much control and power and overreach in our lives. So I'm like, And it also solved my biggest problem at the time, which was merchant accounts as an online marketer. Because the biggest problem you experience when you start having success selling products online, whether as an affiliate, whether it's network marketing or whatever form of marketing you're doing, collecting money seems to always be an issue. For example, use PayPal. They shut you down and they freeze your account and your funds for 6 months. For example, if you have too many transactions, it raises a red flag. It's like, you received 12 transactions today, so therefore, we think you may be doing illegal activity. Frozen. It's like, what? How many PayPal accounts of mine have I gotten frozen over the past decade? So when I saw Bitcoin, an alternative option, peer-to-peer, to receive payments online, where I couldn't get shut down and they couldn't freeze my funds, all in, bro. Like, not even a question. So that's what I started doing, accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. I used to always rock, I accept Bitcoin, my old hat, I accept Bitcoin. Damn straight, I accept Bitcoin. And even today, I accept Bitcoin. CNA was my first crypto channel. You're lucky. That's what's up, Shortcoin Respect. The Bitcoin Standard gave me a complete understanding of why the Biddy. And that's the first book I read on the topic as well. But it was, I got to give Andreas the credit. It was his speech about Bitcoin that intrigued me and piqued my interest. If it wasn't for that speech, I don't know when I would have discovered it. And then next up, I give credit to Max and Stacy of the Keiser Report, because that was the only financial show I would watch because I didn't trust Jim Cramer, big money, all the BS from the mainstream. I knew that was like to mislead you and keep you poor. So when they started speaking about Bitcoin, I'm like, yes, this is it. And not only did they teach us about Bitcoin, but they helped us understand the corruption within the fiat legacy system, which is so apparent, but the way they explain it, it just made perfect sense. So shout out Max and Stacy. Just got to behold the pale horse. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. William Cooper, legend, one of my heroes. So enjoy that read, brother. They need to lay out 5% of the government employee, and rest in peace, William Cooper. He got shot up by the police in front of his house. after he predicted 9/11. Thank you, Diana Jones. JC Dev, I am hoping it gets better. I am walking around like a drunk, stumbling everywhere. No 25% unrealized gains tax. What? Andreas Antonopoulos. Wow, you spelled the name right and everything. That's a long Greek last name there. But yeah, Andreas is the real deal. He was giving speeches about Bitcoin back when one person would show up and there'd be hundreds of seats empty. He was just doing it because he felt it was his duty to do it, right? So he was way ahead of his time. Can you read my previous comment? Sure thing. I believe that we could save the town with Bitcoin. Wow. A lot of our storefronts are closed. The roads are getting bad, and Bitcoin is the way to save my little town. Amen. And what a blessing that your mayor is actually open to that idea and that you can actually save the town, right? How many cities are there that seem hopeless right now in America and just around the world in general? JV, yep. Keiser Report RT was really good back in the day, the best. And they're relaunching, FYI, the relaunch of the Keiser Report. That's why we made those new Keiser Report theme songs that you can find. More recently, we shared. So yeah, why is ETH doing terribly as an investment? I don't want to spend too much time on why, but I think since they switched from proof of work to proof of stake, that was like the big downfall of Ethereum, and it's been all downhill from then, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean it's the end of Ethereum. It just means, in my opinion, I think Bitcoin will continue to outpace Ethereum because I don't think people trust in Ethereum. I don't think people trust in Vitalik. I don't think people trust in the Ethereum Foundation. I don't think people trust the proof of stake. I don't think people have much trust the fact they can roll back transactions. There's just a lot of things that are very sus. But it is still the second largest crypto in the world. And it's still, I would look at Ethereum more so as like a tech stock than in a decentralized cryptocurrency. There's only one perfect store of value, and that's going to be Bitcoin. There's only one perfect money. But when it comes to like a crypto tech stock, that's what I would compare Ethereum to, because it's controlled, it's centralized, government has control over it. The government's in cahoots with the Ethereum Foundation. So if you don't trust your government, you probably shouldn't really trust in Ethereum. But that doesn't mean you can't invest in it or have speculation in it and all that. But just be aware of the facts. You know what I mean? So many alts, why risk it, I think. Why is your dog covering his face? Is he scared of the centralized money? Yeah, he's scared of you, actually. You scared him. Why are you scaring my dog? Anyways, yo, next story of the day. Keep the comments flowing. We got over 600 people on the stream. We're live on X. We're live on the Rumble. We're live on the YouTube. Repost, greatly appreciated. We're above 60 Gs and we're heading to the moon. Let's get it. So yeah, let's discuss, we discussed the ETF flows. Now let's discuss a parabolic rally. Then we'll discuss the latest from Max Keiser, what's popping in El Salvador, thy savior. And then we're going to dive into the most comprehensive list of influencer predictions I've ever seen. And I think it's going to blow your mind. And I can't wait to share it with you. I've never shared before. So stay tuned. And then we'll do our live Q&A. Make sure to repost the stream. Spread the word. Let people know we're live. Let's help Orange Pill the masses. That's why we're here. So yeah, next story reads, Bitcoin parabolic rally may start Q4. According to the historical price data, data don't lie, yo. Bitcoin had a good start thus far this year, rising over 40%. Not too shabby. We're still up 40% year to date. This was fueled by a number of the positive fundamental factors, including the launch of the spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US and the halving event, which reduced the amount of the biddy awarded to the miners by 50%. And unlike the previous cycles, Bitcoin price hit a new all-time high before the halving for the first time in Bitcoin history, leading many analysts to predict a super cycle within the current halving year. Now, if a super cycle took place, yo, woohoo! Game on. More than 123 days have passed since the Bitcoin halving, which was April 19th, and the Bitcoin price is yet to surpass the pre-halving all-time high. Bitcoin is down 13% over the past month and 14% over the past 30 days. Keep it in mind, typically the month of August, we tend to see a 20% decline. Just note that. This has left market analysts debating whether the biddy will launch a rally during the fourth quarter 2024. I'm pretty confident we have a massive rally in Q4, so let me know your thoughts. Veteran trader and analyst Peter Brandt said that the current market cycle can soon be the longest in the post-halving history, adding that it could either indicate that the new all-time high will take longer to come, or it is Not in the cards. This according to the old man analyst here. And FYI on the biddy, current bull market cycle, and I just give him a hard time because he blocked me for some reason on X years ago. So just FYI, why I call him the old man. Current, all good though. It's all fun. Current bull market cycle in Bitcoin will soon become the longest time and let me reiterate on that actually for a second. So yeah, as a person on X, I share predictions and I quote people all the time. And I don't know why an influencer would think that or perceive it as spam if I'm quoting you. Like, for example, let's say you're featured in a headline and it's something you said and then I tag you because you said it. You would think the influencer would show you love like how Max Keiser does to me. But some people, for whatever reason, if you tag them in a post, they don't like it and they perceive it as spam and they block you. And that's what Peter Brandt did. So I just want that on the record for you guys to know that. For whatever reason, is what it is. I don't hold nothing against them, but like you would think he'd repost it and be happy, but some people are just weird. Data from CoinGlass reveals the Bitcoin has always had positive returns in Q4 during the halving years, posting 58%, 168% gains in 2016 and 2020, respectively. Moreover, the Bitcoin price has posted positive returns in 8 of the 11 years between 2013 and 2023, with average gains of 88%. Numbers don't lie. Here are the quarters: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and you can see the gains. And so from 2013, and I like the averages at the bottom. Look at that. So for quarter 1, the average is 56%. For quarter 2, the average is roughly 27%. For quarter 3, the average is let's round up to 6%. And for quarter 4, that's where the fireworks go, yo. 88%, almost 89%. So notice we're still in the third quarter, hence why we got some stagnant price action and we struggle at 60 G's. Just wait till October hits. Game on. So if history is any guide, there's a 73% chance that the biddy will rally in the fourth quarter. I like those odds. What about you? Now, CryptoQuant founder, CEO Ki Changju analyzed Bitcoin's price action during the 2020 halving and found that the rally began in Q4. And yes, I dare you to listen to my podcast on 2x speed, family. Just saying. That'd be kind of funny. In the last Bitcoin halving cycle, the bull rally began in Q4. The whales won't let Q4 be boring with the flat year-on-year performance. And according to Ju, Bitcoin's price is in an accumulation phase, suggesting it could possibly initiate a parabolic uptrend once it enters the last quarter, 2024. And data from TradingView shows Bitcoin's price action has formed a series of the higher lows on the daily chart, but remain below the 200-day exponential moving average over the last 7 days, as outlined right here in this chart. And the in and out of the money around price model by the into the block reveals that the Bitcoin faces relatively stiff resistance, as if it was the Stifler himself from American Pie in its recovery path compared to the support it enjoys on the downside. And yes, sometimes I got to entertain myself. This is how I do it, family. The 200-day EMA is at 59.4, and it found the close at 59.5 and 61.3 for that price range, where approximately 817,770 biddy was previously bought for about 1.51 million addresses. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of Bitcoin addresses out there. I just recently learned that Satoshi has over 40,000 addresses alone. Apparently, every block that he was rewarded of 50 Bitcoin, it went to a new address, which is mind-boggling, right? Imagine trying to remember the recovery seed to 40,000 addresses. Yikes. Anyways, this suggests that the high demand side liquidity is required to push the Bitcoin price past the 200-day EMA and later above resistance provided by the 50 and 100-day EMAs at 61.3 and 62.3, respectively, breaking out of the current consolidation. And if that doesn't happen, Mark Cullen said the Bitcoin price could drop below 57.5 and even lower, revisiting 54.5 level. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts with some of that. Our next story we'll dive into will be Max Keiser, the latest, his predictions from El Salvador, what's poppin', and thy savior. And then again, the most comprehensive list of predictions from Bitcoin influencers is going to blow your mind. I'm looking forward to sharing that as our feature story. And then we'll dive into our live Q&A. We're going to be streaming at least for the next hour. This is a live and interactive show. 700 people already here. If you guys can share the stream, spread the word, always appreciated. And if you guys can repost on X, that helps out tremendously, getting more eyeballs to the stream. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else not find Stifler's mom attractive? Funny how I still think of this movie when I hear the word stiff automatic. The Stiffmeister. Crazy, right? Oh my God. Also, Bitcoin can use inconsistent flex energy efficiencies, stuff the oil-fueled waste gases, dump waste gases in the power plant overages. Good point. Good point. Let me check comments again. A lot of people got burned last cycle because of calls like this, calling Bitcoin to 100,000. Be careful. You've been warned by Carl. I appreciate the warning because the reality is nobody knows what's going to happen. It's just a prediction. It's not like we're saying it's guaranteed. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that we wake up tomorrow. This is the truth. So there's no guarantees in life, not investment advice. And Carl Byrne is right. People can be wrong. All the predictions could be wrong. We don't know. It's just a prediction, bro. So anyways, shout out Charlene. 2 tips to help your mayor and town level up. Number 1, run Bitcoin nodes on those city computers at night. Sage advice. Thank you, Charlene. And number 2, set up a DAO for the city, kind of like issuing a city bond, but the DAO is a smart contract that the city cannot raid, and funds and the proceeds are issued automatically. Right on. Game theory, yo. Shout out to the Bitcoin Halving. So there we go. Bitcoin Halving. He's the one that made the comprehensive list of all the predictions we're going to be sharing here shortly. Rumor has it, Crypto News will be covering our official list, top 58 Bitcoin predictions, plus 16 late submissions for a total of 74. 74 is a divine omen. 7 plus 4 is 11, yo. And pinned by 15 billionaires and 43 millionaires today on the live stream. So he nailed it. I'm actually, absolutely. And he knows because he messaged me earlier and I reached out to him and I said, I'm going to be sharing your comprehensive list of predictions. So it's going to be fun because we've never shared it before. I've never even seen it before. We're going to be looking at it real time. So it's going to be cool. So anyways, family, keep the comments flowing. Greatly appreciate y'all. 60 G's, baby. 69 next target. Let's get it. Red panty night? Orange panty night?
It's red panty night when you sign to find me, yeah?
Back at your hoe with your wife.
Back at home with your wife.
Level sexy G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, by the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty.
I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for some weirdo Kit Kat kitty. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is never a one-cycle play, in my opinion. I agree. I think you should be in this for the long haul. HODL for life. It's the greatest savings. I mean, what would be the logic in trading or selling the greatest asset of all time for the most, for example, dollars, for hyperinflated IOU at the end of the day? There could only be one, bro. There could only be one. Haven't heard from the Oompas in a while. Well, let's see what the Oompas, where you been, Oompa Loompas? Say hello. They miss you.
Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-doo. I've got another halving for you.
Yeah, yo. Good evening from the UK. Great Britain in the building. Robbie C. Good to have you here, brother. Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling, vibing to some Oompas right now.
Oompa Loompa Doompa-dee-dee.
But anyways, we still got a lot to share. I'm looking at the time. It's like, wow. Ray been streaming an hour. I've been trading the market for a trading competition this month. Bitcoin's a lot easier and more profitable, but I'm learning a lot and doing well. Wishing you a lot of success with the trading competition, fam. Let's discuss the latest with what's happening in El Salvador. Latest headlines from Max Keiser as well as from Stacey Herbert. Big news happening out of El Salvador. This particular headline reads, Max Keiser reveals epic Bitcoin prediction for the old new El Salvador president. And I'll share with you Max's tweet on this regarding his prediction for Bukele's second term. But first, I want to point out some other breaking news. Stacey Herbert actually pointed this out here. El Salvador announces Bitcoin certification program for 80,000 civil servants. I'll read you a little bit from here, and then we'll dive into the predictions from Max, and then we'll dive into the other 74 Bitcoin price predictions from influencers with the most comprehensive list of predictions we have ever shared. El Salvador, the small Central American country known for being the first to recognize the biddy as legal tender, has embarked on an ambitious initiative to train and certify civil servants in Bitcoin. This bold move underscores the government's commitment to integrating the biddy into the fabric of the nation's economy and governance. As outlined here by the Bitcoin office, El Salvador will soon be providing Bitcoin instruction and certification to 80,000 public servants. So shout out to them for that. So the National Bitcoin Office of El Salvador, operating under the presidential office, has launched the comprehensive Bitcoin certification program aimed at enhancing the skills of 80,000 public sector employees. The program, known as Certification in Public Administration 1, is a 160-hour virtual course divided into multiple models with the goal of equipping civil servants with a deep understanding of the BITI, its legal framework, and a strategic management as legal tender. The initiative represents a significant step forward in President Bukele's vision to make Bitcoin a central component of the country's financial system. Stacey Herbert had shared the following regarding it. This is truly just the beginning, for we have yet another major announcement to make soon on education that will make you go, wow. These education projects are very low-time preference commitments to the long-term success of El Salvador and its Bitcoin tech policy. So big news coming right there. But let's dive a little deeper into the one and only Max Keiser. He wrote here, my prediction for Bukele's second term, the country's wealth will be controlled by the Salvadoran people running their own Bitcoin nodes. That's what's up. The president will pitch them ideas and they will crowdfund what they like. The social contract will have to be reinvented by Bukele. El Salvador will run on a circular Bitcoin standard. The country will have no debt. El Salvador will run 10% of the global Bitcoin hash rate using the geothermal volcano energy. My vision for volcano energy. No central bankers will have any power. The IMF will be long gone. That's right. F the IMF. And shout out to the high priest, His Holiness Max Keiser. And let's dive a little deeper into the particular article written on this topic. Max, big supporter of the Bitcoin and advisor to the president, has come with an ambitious plan for El Salvador during Bukele's second term. Keiser thinks the country's wealth will be more and more controlled by its citizens through decentralized Bitcoin nodes. In this scenario, the president will propose initiatives that the public can fund through crowdsourcing, effectively reinventing the social contract and operating the nation on a circular Bitcoin-focused economy. Bitcoin grenade. And I heard Keiser has a 8-foot tall Bitcoin grenade being created for him from Crypto Cloaks, who makes these Bitcoin grenades. So shout out to the Crypto Cloaks. Can't wait to see that massive grenade. Now, he also sees El Salvador becoming debt-free and using its geothermal volcanic energy to power Bitcoin mining, aiming to control 10% of the global hash rate. Let me know if you think they'll be successful at that. The country has already made significant progress in this direction using geothermal energy and Topeka volcano to mine 473 bitties, now worth 29 million. And of the 102 megawatt generated by the country's power plants, 1.5 megawatts is dedicated to the Bitcoin mining. And according to data from Arcam Intelligence, El Salvador currently holds 5,718 bitties worth over $400 million. Keiser thinks this innovative approach will reduce the influence of the central banks and make international financial institutions like the IMF irrelevant in the country's economic policies. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. And again, shout out to the high priest, His Holiness Max Keiser. Welcome, everybody. Before we dive into our feature story of the day and discuss the most comprehensive list of Bitcoin price predictions from all the big dogs, let's, feel free to drop any questions or comments, and I'll do my best to read them here. We should have 100,000 party in El Salvador on Bitcoin Beach. I'm with you. Maybe we do back-to-back parties around the world. You know what I mean? Puerto Rico, El Salvador, where else? I'm here. Satoshi said bloody a few times and also spelled the words in a British way. That's right. He did type with a British accent, and also he had a very interesting spacing schematic. Like in his, there's a lot of extra spaces as well. Little things, you know. They say more than likely he was a Brit, but what if he was just smart, intimidating a British accent? You just never know with Satoshi, yo. He's ahead of his time. But good points there. El Salvador has very ambitious dreams to control 10% of the Bitcoin hash power. The hash wars has already begun. I wish them luck. You're right. Hash wars have begun, fam. Island of Madeira. Word up. I believe they adopted Bitcoin there too, no? Madeira, Madeira, Madeira. Can't you see? Somehow your biddies just hypnotized me. Come on. Madeira, Puerto Rico, and El Salvador. Hey. Where's Madeira? Is that in, I'm thinking out loud, is that Portugal? Or where is that? The island of Madeira. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it right. But let me know. Our neighborhood cat's name is the Dude. He is naughty. Goes after my wild birds. Damn it, the Dude. Chill out. The Dude. Respect the birds. Yeah, my dog loves chasing the birds. He's never caught one, but he just loves chasing things. So anything that will run from him, he chases. That's birds, iguanas, whatever. If I'm in Florida, it's the squirrels. Dubai, probably not going to be in Dubai. Probably not. No offense to Dubai, but it's the polar opposite side of the world of where I'm at. So I don't know if I would be down to go that far out. But you never know. Never know. I think Madeira said they are a Bitcoin-friendly hub. Okay, so it is an island off of Portugal. Thanks for the clarification. And correct, I've met people living in Portugal that say there's very advantageous tax incentives, but they said it was like expiring. This was like a couple years back, so I don't ever know what happened. I never followed up with them. This seems unattainable for El Salvador to have that much hashing power. They are great-minded, but still poor in relation to the others trying the same. 1 Bitcoin a day is a great policy, but others buy 1,000. Well, correct. They're a very small country, and you can't really compare them to like the United States of America and the buying power we would have because we control the money printers. At least El Salvador had the balls to say F you to the IMF. That's like respect all day. You know what I mean? And to be debt-free is a big deal because that's how they take over these countries. If you read Confessions of an Economic Hitman, they give you loans that you can't pay back. You default on the loan, and then they control your country. You know what I mean? That's the game plan. So at least they don't have anyone that's going to control them at the end of the day. So they have their freedom. Freedom. You know what I mean? Let's book Madeira. Have you been there before, Moonstone? Curious why you brought that spot up. I've never been there, but I hear good things. Mara is worth $5 billion. One miner. El Salvador's entire GDP is $32 billion. That is crazy. That is pretty crazy. Absolutely, and they can be one of the greatest powers in the future, but 10% of the hashing is a lot. Well, they got to have ambitious goals, right? But thank you for keeping it real with your feedback there. But let's continue. Now for the most comprehensive list of Bitcoin price predictions, including Chamath P's 1 million price prediction by 2025, the latest from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, and so many others. So this is actually pretty lit. So shout out to Bitcoin Halving for putting this list together and for including your boy, JV, in it, because he added my prediction, which is a range of 222,000 to 750,000 as the cycle peak for this cycle. And shout out to Bitcoin Halving. Follow him here on X. It's at Bitcoin Halving. Show him some love and repost it because he put a lot of time into this. All you got to do to repost it is pretty simple. You hit the heart, you hit the repost button, bada boom, bada bing, 1, 2, 3. And let's start right here. Bitcoin breaking news. Van Eck predicts 325,000. Now we all know Van Eck, massive asset manager here in the United States. So very bullish prediction. Then we have this one here, Vic Sharma, founder at Liberty Steel USA, an investor. He's projecting 325,000 for the king. I'm sorry, 350,000, my bad. We have Chamath P, the billionaire. We covered this actually in great detail, just specifically Chamath, 2 podcast episodes ago. So I'd encourage you to watch that pod if you missed it. But he is very bullish as well, ultimately predicting anywhere from 500,000 to 1.14 million per coin as the cycle peak, which he believes will happen in 2025. He is a massive bull. Also, he purchased like 100,000 Bitcoin. I don't remember the exact year. It may have been 2013 or 2014, but Bitcoin was only like $100. And if he never sold any of that Bitcoin, he is a Bitcoin billionaire right now. I know he's a billionaire either way you slice it because he was a billionaire before Bitcoin. Very successful guy, but nonetheless, a massive whale when it comes to Bitcoin, and he's very bullish, as he should be. We also have this person, Maya Parho. She's projecting 500,000. We have Colorado, 650,000. We have the infamous Plan B from the stock to flow model, suggesting Bitcoin 477,000 target with a range between 250 and 1 million. So, you know, he's ultimately predicting we're above $500,000 per coin preceding this halving, which we just recently had leading into 2028. That's pretty bullish. And of course, let's just continue with this list, Joe. So many projections here. Some of these users, I don't even know who they are. Some of them I recognize, like Excellion is Samson Mao from Jan 3, the third one down on the list, shows $1 million. We have Crypto Hayes, that is Arthur Hayes. He's projecting $1 million. Who else do I recognize? Adam Back is Adam 3Us. He's projecting 700,000. These are big influencers I recognize. We have Chamath P, which I just shared. Bitcoin Mindset says 420,000. In fact, there's 3 projections here at the bottom that say 420,000. So happy 420. Let's continue. We have Mike Novogratz projecting 400,000 at the very top. We have Willy Woo, third one, projecting 337,000. We have the Glassnode CTO projecting 328,000. We have Jan Van Eck projecting 325,000. Robert Kiyosaki, 300,000. Jack Mallers between 250,000 and $1 million. Ki Jong Yu is the Crypto Quant CEO, 265,000. Tim Draper, another early Bitcoin OG, Bitcoin billionaire. He says $250,000. Jess Powell, that's the founder of Kraken Exchange. He says 1 Lambo, 241,000. Max Keiser, he's been calling for 220,000 for a while. Giovanni, 218,000. What other ones do we have here in the list? We have, and obviously it's going from top to bottom, so the numbers are going lower as we go. Michael Saylor's on this list in the middle under the Bitcoin wallets. He shows between $150,000 and $200,000 per coin. Matt Hoogan, CEO of another firm, he says 200,000. Peter Brandt, we covered his more short-term targets earlier in the show, but he's projecting 200,000 as well. Bernstein, 200,000, another asset manager / bank. So very bullish. Be sure to put your feet in the right place and stand firm. Quoting Abraham Lincoln. But there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts on some of these bullish price projections, and who do you agree with? Or what's your own projection? Where do you believe the Bitcoin price will likely take us for the cycle peak? And by what year do you think we hit the cycle peak? Let me know, family. And he also wrote here, this is the final release and official master list of the top 50 price predictions. Updates include, and obviously he's been updating this list, but this is the most comprehensive list I have found when it comes to, predictions. So it's pretty cool. And looks like there's a good thread here too. So once again, please follow Bitcoin Halving, show him some love, and let us know what you think of the comprehensive list and some of the projections and predictions for the cycle peak. 142,000 by the end of 2024 is my bearish prediction. Thank you, Kra Kra. Whose list is this? Well, the guy's name is Bitcoin Halving on X, and it's virtually all the major influencers are included in that list. There's literally 74 influencers. I know I'm even in the list, but we didn't go through every single one. But I already told you my prediction, so you guys know. 1 million by April, May 2025. The Oracle says 500 to 750,000 cycle peak 2025. 315,000 is my neutral target. Cycle peak November 2025. Grant Noakes, thank you for sharing. I follow a couple that do travel videos, visited recently. Oh, good to note. Watched a lot of videos of the housing, economy, and retirement purposes. For what I hear now, talking about bad the mods here in another stream. He doesn't understand that he caused the remove from the channel. Cycle peak. Jay Beasy, right on. A little better than yesterday, DD. I will be better every day. Word up. But there you have it, yo. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We got roughly 900 people here with us here today. The majority of you are on X, but we are streaming live on 3 platforms, X, Rumble, and YouTube. If you guys can repost the stream, it's always greatly appreciated, family. Sup? Ready for the project boost? Says Alpha Gems. What project we talking? The Bitcoin Path. Shout out to the Orange Pill Nurse. I appreciate you liking the streams. Hello there. Oh, yo, ho, hello there. Oh, yeah. Don't think I won't go there. Go to Beirut and do a show there. Eminem bars. Yeah, you laugh till your mother ass gets drafted when you in band camp thinking that crap can't happen. F around, catch a Tampax napkin. Anthrax or something like that. Join the army. What you do for the Navy. You're just a baby getting recruited at 18. You eating their food and their baked beans. I'm 28. They gonna take you for they take me. Crazy insane or insane crazy. You know the song? I don't even remember which song it is. I just know it's an Eminem verse. Kind of funny. Do-si-do. Yes. Moving my daughter into her college dorm room today. So proud of, what's the name? Sky. Shout out Sky and shout out Tip Tyler. 125,000 end of the year. 300,000 end of the cycle. Only 61 likes. Sad, right? Sad day in America. Only 61 likes. Love them. Love them or hate them. Good for your daughter, says Diana. Right on. So here's what we're going to do. I want to premiere a brand new music video collaboration Chandy and I created, just released. So no one has seen it yet. Unless you follow me on X and you saw it last night when we dropped the link, but we haven't shared it on the stream yet. And so we're going to end the YouTube stream. So if you're on YouTube, head on over to the Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And let's get ready to rumble with the uncensored version of the pod. See you on the Rumble. Cool. And if you're on X, you're good. So if you're on X,